What's up? What's up? Welcome to a little impromptu stream here. Looks like I need a little bit more light in here, so bear with me a second. I'm going to take care of that. Okay. Well, it's not a whole lot better, but it's better. So, I just wanted to come on and do something real quick. It is Sunday, April 14th, 2024, exactly 112 years ago today. Sinking of, the collision with an iceberg and the Titanic happened. And I've looked at this game before. I decided I want to. What's up, Billy? Decided I wanted to check out this game again while we wait for the festivities that are going to start later on this evening. Two of our major Titanic people are going to be doing live streams in a little while. So I just kind of wanted to get something in real quick before they do that. Excuse me. So you got two modes in this game, and this is a little indie game I picked up over a year ago. Probably about, I think I paid like $10 for it. Billy, how's your evening going, man? What all did you play this weekend? So yeah, you got this first-person sinking experience mode, which we'll check out in a bit. But we've also got this daytime explore mode. You can explore their model of the ship in this game. So we're going to do that real quick before we go into the actual sinking simulation. So here we are. It spawns us right here, starboard side, near the first class entrance into the ship on boat deck. This would be the first class area, of course. One cool thing about this game, as opposed to Honor and Glory, is you don't have load times when you switch from one group's area of the ship into the other. So we can go. So right here would be the officers' promenade. We can move back and forth freely between there and the first class passengers promenade. Of course, this would have been the first of the expansion joints right here. That's what this line is. So yeah, their model of the ship is really not that bad for an an indie game. I mean, nothing's going to be on par with Honor and Glory. I mean, that's kind of a given, but still, it's impressive. this would be the engineer's promenade. And through this last gate, you would have second class. And of course, right up here, the second class entrance on the boat deck. This ladder was not on the ship, nor was this ladder, nor was this ladder. These were only put in there for the game, so you could get from one deck to another without going through any major obstacles. And something else that's really cool, you can climb the funnels in this game. Let me see if I can get up on top of one of these decks. Let's see. I know there's a way to get up. I just gotta remember. I don't think these ladders work. They do not. So let's see. All right, bear with me a second. Let's see. Okay. Sorry for having to keep clearing my throat. Let's see. Yeah, you can actually go and explore some of the first class areas. We'll do that in just a second. Aha. We can get on top of the bridge right here. And we can climb a funnel. You have to keep you have to keep hitting the jump button. That's how you get to the very top. See, here's the whistles, and here we are looking down, right down here at the bridge. Now, their interiors on this are really not all that great. Again, you kind of can't compare it to Honor and Glory, even though I keep doing that. Let's go take a look at the grand staircase. So here we are. And you see it's a bit bare bones. There's no furniture or anything. It almost looks like the dome isn't even completely lit, just the center portion. You can see Honor and Glory, but if you get too close, you kind of can't make it out. And here we go, descending down the grand staircase. The lifts do not work. Pretty much all these halls lead to nowhere. C deck on the. You can't go in the purser's office. D deck reception. There is a mode in this game where you can view a simulation of D deck here going underwater. Just if I remember right, just the reception area, but I could be wrong. You see in the dining area, it's kind of a bit bare bones. And here's one of the kitchen areas. And not much to see here. But you can go down these stairs. And this is all very generic. I mean, the real ship would have obviously been much more elaborate than what we're seeing here. I'm not even sure that these corridors are the correct floor plan. I don't believe they are. So I'm going to look around for a few more minutes. before we start the actual sinking simulation, just to see if anybody else pops into the chat. I know this was kind of an impromptu thing on a Sunday evening, so I'm not expecting too many people to show up. But this will be a relatively short stream, so people can always go back and watch the replay at their convenience. So here we can descend down even further. Yeah, I mean, even this far back into the stern, I don't believe the ship would have been this narrow. So, again, this is some very generic stuff they've thrown into the game just so you can kind of walk around inside the ship for a bit. Fairly certain the areas forward by the grand staircase are the only areas that are somewhat accurate to the actual ship. And so I don't remember any staircase like this on Titanic. I could be wrong, but if they're trying to replicate the aft grand staircase, this would be incorrect. Or this could be the second class entrance. That's probably what they're trying to replicate here. If they did, then this would be kind of accurate. Of course, the rest of this does not look accurate at all. So about the sinking simulation that this game does, it's an accelerated version of the sinking. As we all know, the ship took 2 hours and 40 minutes to go down, and this simulation does it in about 30 minutes. So everything is accelerated. So a lot of stuff, of course, will not be spot on. You can see again they're replicating the D-deck dining area here. You've got reception right up there through those doors. And see, they've got the rest of the staircase blocked off, so you cannot go down any further than D-deck. So we'll make our way back outside. We'll look around for a little bit before we start the sinking simulation mode. As a reminder, two of the main Titanic related YouTube channels I watch are having events tonight. Of course, Titanic Honor and Glory. They will be doing a big event. I believe it starts 10:30 Eastern. Tom Linsky, part-time explorer who used to be affiliated with Titanic Honor and Glory, he will be having an event on his channel as well. He will be doing a live stream, and he's going to have people from this book you see behind me on the shelf right there. It's On a Sea of Glass, The Life and Loss of the RMS Titanic. It's kind of like the be-all, end-all for Titanic. If you want to know as much as you can possibly ever learn about the ship, that would be the book that I would recommend to you. Seems like we can't get through these doors, which is odd because we were able to get through them into the ship, but we can't get back out. And you notice right here, there should be a doorway or a door right here that leads into the gem, and it's not there at all. So let's just reset. It'll spawn us back outside. So we'll go up to the forecastle. The bridge is kind of bare bones too. can see the wheelhouse is actually closed. If you've watched the James Cameron movie, you know this is where Captain Smith went into here, shut the door behind him. These windows imploded, and he drowned. In the movie, he drowns in the wheelhouse. The story in real life, according to some passengers, was him and Thomas Andrews were right here, somewhere in this area, on the port side bridge wing, and one of them said to the other, there's not much time left, she's going fast, and they both leapt into the water from this spot. So let's go down to the forecastle, and this is the forward well deck here. Let's see, so we got a nice view of the bridge right here. There we go. Oh, look at that, we actually jumped the railing. We might actually be standing on the anchor. So anyway, let's go further aft and look at the stairs. I mean, not the stairs, the at the poop deck. And we can walk the promenade, A-deck promenade, while we're at it. If I can get down there. It'll let me through the door. Will not let me through the door. Let's see. Is there another way we can walk the promenade deck? There we go. Well, it let me through this door. There we go. So we're now on the A-deck promenade. Max, what's up? How are you? Getting ready for all the festivities tonight? THG and Honor and Glory, or excuse me, THG and Tom Linsky streaming tonight. But this is not going to be a very long stream, Max. I'm just kind of, this game is Titanic: Fall of a Legend. We're just kind of exploring their model of the ship. Excuse me, the game has its own version of the sinking, which is an accelerated version of the sinking. It takes about 30 minutes in this game. And we're about to go through that as soon as we're done looking around at the model of the ship. We looked around inside the ship. There really isn't much to see. All you can really access is the grand staircase and the D-deck dining area and the reception area. Other than that, it's some very generic corridors, not much to see. The dark mast here is a bit too brown as well. It was not this dark. If you look at, let's see. I'll grab Olympic because it's the closest one to me. If you look at the color of the masts and then down here the dark mast, I don't know how well you can see it, but it was more of like a orange brown, or maybe rust might not be the right word. So yeah, let's stick with like an orange brown. That's really more what it was like. This is just like looks straight up brown to me, so that would not be correct. But I still give these people, whoever the developers are, props for even making this, because it's not a bad little game. The price is not that bad either. Like I said, when I started, I think I paid $5-10 for this at the most. It is on Steam. Let's go up to the docking bridge. Mark, I'm very good. Yes, getting ready. Whose stream are you watching tonight, Mark? I'm planning to watch THG, and I will catch the replay of Tom's live stream, because I would love to hear what the guys, the authors from On a Sea of Glass, have to say as well. But I want to really see also that really cool animation, all new animation from THG of the sinking. So another interesting thing you can do is, boom, we jumped overboard. You can walk on water, guys. The ship's going to sink, but you can walk on water. Kind of weird. But we can get an external view of the ship. So if anything, there's anything cool about being able to walk on water, we can do that. We get a complete external view of their model. And like I said, for an indie game, it's not a bad looking model. I don't know if they're still doing updates to this game or not. I would imagine probably not. But the thing is, the game's got a lot of potential. So, I mean, they really should. If they're not doing any more updates to it, they should really consider doing some. Because I think they've got a lot of potential here. And you could have a sailing version of the game in the day, because clearly in the sinking mode, the ship is in motion at night. And look at that. That's a really nice view of the ship right there. Probably THG, but I haven't watched the On a Sea of Glass one before, so probably that. Well, what it is, Tom Linsky, part-time explorer, he was one of the original people behind Honor and Glory, and since he broke off and created his own YouTube channel, he still does a live stream once a year, just like Honor and Glory. He is bringing in some of the authors from On a Sea of Glass, and they're going to, of course, going to play a simulation, a real-time simulation of the sinking, and be talking about, you know, the ship and everything about her in that process. So that's what his stream is going to be about. I don't know exactly what THG's got planned, other than they have an all-new animation of the sinking. And from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty incredible. So I will probably be watching theirs, at least for as long as I can. And probably throughout the coming week, I will watch the replay of Tom's stream in bits and pieces. Looks like a pretty cool game. And again, it's really not that bad, you know, for a little indie game. You know, for what it is, it's not a bad game. So I think, though, we're going to go ahead and speed this up. I'm going to go ahead and start the sinking animation now. Hi, Car. How are you doing? We just got through, Car, looking at this. We're checking out this game, Titanic: Fall of a Legend. We just got through exploring their model of the ship. And now we are going to do their version of the sinking, which is a accelerated version of the sinking. It only takes about 30 minutes to watch the whole thing. And one thing I want to point out before we even get started is I really, and I've said this since the first time I've played it, I really like the lighting that this game has as far as the nighttime. I feel like they got it as best as they possibly could, you know, not having a moonless night, or excuse me, having a moonless night. I can't speak. And I think they got it as best they could without everything just being pitch black. So let's see, new game. So here it is, a first-person sinking experience. In this mode, you can experience what it was like on the Titanic when it sank in first person. This simulation goes for approximately 30 minutes. And you can go all around the ship. You can stay on the ship till the very end. You know, you don't die in the game, so to speak. You can walk on the water around the ship as it's sinking. It's really, you know, it's more about watching their simulation than it is, you know, trying to survive, so to speak. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to spawn in the same spot. We're going to be on the starboard side in the first class boat deck promenade area, I believe. It's been a while since I've messed with this game. Yep, so here we go. We're not going to go inside because we've already explored those areas. You can watch the replay of this stream, which will be available on the channel if you want to go back and watch that stuff. So let's hurry up and get to the forward area because we want to see the iceberg. And I'll try and follow the iceberg down the ship as it's passing by. So you can see that the water in the... Oh, there's the bell. They spotted the iceberg. But you see the water and the sky almost blend together completely. And I can see... There's the command, hard to starboard. The iceberg, I can barely see it. It's coming into view. Now, of course, we know in real life it would have been just a black mass with the absence of stars. That's how they spotted the iceberg. But here we go. We can now see the iceberg coming into view. It's going to hit the ship right about here, right by these capstans. All right, here we go. Collision's about to happen. See, we're trying to get out the way, but we just can't clear it in time. Here we go. All right, you heard that. Trying to go too fast. I'm trying to keep up with it. Moodzer, how are you doing? We're watching a 30-minute simulation of the sinking, Moonzer. We just hit the iceberg. You can see it over here passing us. And there was someone on... Okay, that must have been the order to either hard to port or all stop. And there was someone on this docking bridge right here that would have watched the iceberg pass us right by. And you can see there's the iceberg in the background. So there we are. We've hit the berg. And for anyone just joining us, this is Titanic: Fall of a Legend, and it's a this is a accelerated version of the sinking. Am I stuck? So we will not be watching the sinking for 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is going to happen in 30 minutes. Well, less than 30 minutes now because we've already struck the berg. Man, I can't get up this stupid ladder. What's up, Mark? So we're watching a 30-minute animation of the sinking on this game, Titanic: Fall of a Legend. I think that's the iceberg back there in the distance. I hit the reset so I could respawn up on deck. I hope it didn't restart the whole animation. No worries, Mark. I know this. Truthfully, I really wasn't expecting a whole lot of people to show up because of the fact that we're, the fact that I just kind of did this impromptu. I was just sitting around waiting for the festivities to start as well. Okay, so we need to get up on boat deck. I'm seeing the davits extended over the sides, so the lifeboats are already starting to lower. And I'll repeat this several times throughout. This is an accelerated version of the sinking, so this is going a lot faster than how it happened in real life. So any minute they're going to start lowering lifeboats. We'll start seeing the flares go off. So yeah, what I'm waiting for is to see the lifeboats being swung out. Because if you recall when the ship was underway, these two were already swung out during the voyage. Oh, there we go. There's the first flare. Mark, I was going to watch THG on my TV, but I forgot about another show I wanted to watch. Columbia Space Shuttle Final Flight. I will be watching THG tonight, and throughout the week, I will be catching the replay of Tom Linsky's live stream, because he's going to have some of the authors from On a Sea of Glass on his stream, and I definitely want to hear what they have to say. Milan, welcome. You staying up super late tonight, huh? So still nothing yet. I don't even see a list yet on the ship. Let's go back down to the forecastle, see if we can spot any type of list yet. Nope, she's still even. No list yet. Milan, what this is a game called Titanic Fall of a Legend. This is a 30-minute recreation of the sinking. So it takes 30 minutes to go through. I think I'm kind of seeing a list to port now. Yeah, she's definitely listening to port now. So let's get back up on the boat deck. I just finished hosting a movie night on my server. We watched the Cameron Titanic movie, and now I'm waiting for THG live stream. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be up throughout the entire live stream. I'm going to watch as much of it as I can. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Here we go. Lifeboats are being lowered. This would be, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 6. Number 8's already gone. Here goes a flare. Okay, so the lifeboats are going. I know I have both versions of it. Actually, the other one is Titanic The Experience. Both are from the same dev. Titanic Experience, is that Titanic VR? All right, here we go. Another lifeboat being swung out. So you can see the lifeboats are being launched way faster than they would have in real life. When the bow gets a bit lower in the water, I'm actually going to hop off the ship, and we can walk around the ship and watch it go down. So this would be 1, 2. This is lifeboat number 3 going down. No, it's a different game. Okay. I want to say this same developer made the Britannic and the Lusitania games that I have, which are far less, nowhere near as good in terms of quality as this one is. This would be their best game that I've played. It's basically the same as this, just even worse graphics, right? Yeah, their model of the ship here is really not all that bad, and I was saying that I really like the lighting in this game. You should check out the other games of this dev. They made a bunch of games about a bunch of ships. Disasters, Lusitania, Britannic, Willem Gustav, and they just announced an Estonia game. They have to improve on the quality of their games, Milan, honestly, because, like I said, I have the Britannic game, I have the Lusitania game. I'm not overly impressed with either one of them. We will still be looking at the Lusitania game when it for Lusitania's anniversary, because that's the only thing that's available to us in this type of format. So we're going to go to the poop deck and see how bad the list is. So we're getting a really big list of port now. Milan, I have to ask you a question also privately this evening. So I'll send that to you private message in Discord. So just be sure to check your private messages at some point in the evening. Yeah, so we've got a serious list of port now. Well, neither am I, but they are three $5 games, so I didn't have high expectations. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. And, excuse me, I try not to be overly critical because I am aware of that, but hey, we got up this time. With the Lusitania game, for example, all you can do is watch the sinking. There's nothing else you can do in the game. They should at least give you the option to be able to walk around the ship like they do in this game. So that's just one of my beefs about it. So let's go over to the... we're going to go back to the forecastle and see how bad the list is from the front end. So here the well deck is already getting close to going under. We're going to jump off the ship here in a minute so we can walk around and explore what it's looking like from the vantage point of, the lifeboats. Yeah, the best things I can say about this game is oh, here we go. Has anyone been counting the flares? I think that's 3. So yeah, the best thing I can say about this game is their exterior model of the ship is not that bad. The internal, not cutting it. And I really like their lighting. I think it's as best as you can get to still be able to see the ship. Mark says that was 4 flares fired. Okay, we're going to jump off the ship. So we get a look at the anchor. The anchor's going under. So D-deck's about to go under. And see, here's another thing. The gangway door is not opened in this interpretation. See, the gangway door should be open. Look at that. We can see another lifeboat being lowered here. That's an interesting angle. Let's go see if the propellers are coming out yet. I would imagine the center prop's got to be at least partially up. And it is not. None of the props are out of water yet. Mark, gangway door, D-deck gangway door caused the list to port. Yes, correct. Now, of course, as we mentioned the other night, she did have a 3-degree list to port when she was underway because of the coal fire and them transferring the coal. But yeah, I would largely attribute the port list to the fact that the D-deck gangway door was open. Alon, the only thing I like about these games is that they at least exist. I really wish THG would make an exterior sinking demo, but until then, this is the best Titanic sinking game we have. And that is true. And I did leave them a good review on Steam as well. I just made a couple of recommendations to them. But yeah, I did leave them a good recommendation. Or a good review, excuse me. Alright, so here we are. And look at that. This kind of gives you an idea of how fast she would be going under if she were sinking in 30 minutes, as this game depicts. Look at the well deck's already going. The forecastle's halfway under. B deck's going under. I mean, yes, I agree. They're better than nothing, but I think this particular game from these devs has a lot more potential, and I would like to see them continue to update this game. I don't know if they are. If I had to guess, they're probably not updating this any further. But they certainly should. It has a lot of potential, in my opinion. Does anyone know, and I'm genuinely asking because I don't remember, there were two men over here on this side when one of the boats was being launched. Oh, here we go. So, there were two men when one of the lifeboats was being lowered here on the port side that they were on A deck, and of course, you know, Lightoller was on the boat deck. They got off of A deck and either climbed into the boat or they swam to the boat and got in. And there was nothing Lightoller could do to stop them. I forget what their names were. Milan, yeah, the update they added was the interior. Yeah, and we explored all that when I first started. If anyone wants to go back and watch the replay of this, you can see where I explored the entire ship in the daytime and the interiors, which are very limited, before we started doing the sinking simulation. So the bridge is going under. You can see the crow's nest is about to go under as well. And yep, right here, somewhere in this area right here, is where Smith and Andrews were standing. One of them said to the other, "There's not much time left. She's going fast." And from here, they leapt into the water together. So that is the reported last position of both men. Not in the wheelhouse, not in the smoking area, as depicted in the movie. Oh, look at that! Collapsible B just overturned. It would be pinning. Harold Bride would be pinned under this boat right now. And when it floats off, he swims out from under it and climbs on top of it. Let's do one more walk around so we can see the propellers coming out into the air. The other Titanic game from the dev actually had a daytime sinking mode too. Interesting. Now, of course, we know had this been in the daytime, they would have saw the iceberg with way more than enough time to get the ship out of the way. And you can see the iceberg way back there. And that's another thing that's not accurate. I mean, as we all know, it was the moonless night. You step off the boat and, you know, once the lights from the ship went out, it was essentially pitch black. You could barely see your hand in front of your face. So no one still on the ship would have seen the iceberg way back there at this point. Or really not even in the lifeboats. Now, one thing I do not remember is is the ship going to even out with the list before the breakup? I don't remember if they do that in this game. You see now the bridge is about completely under. It's still listing the port. Of course, once the second funnel goes under, we have to start watching for the breakup. Mark, 2 thunderstorms went through an hour ago. First ones of the year. We had a beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful. So here's the collapsible B. She's overturned. I want to say collapsible B ends up swinging around over to this side. Milan, they didn't make the evening out. Okay. I didn't think so, but I haven't messed with this game in a very long time, so I couldn't remember for sure. All right, so here's the crow's nest. And of course, Frederick Fleet, who spotted the iceberg, and the guy that was in the crow's nest with him, Reginald Lee, they both survived the sinking. All right, the base of the first funnel is touching water. We're going to come and we're going to swing out over here so we can get a much better view. Now that the ship is roughly 50% under. All the lifeboats would have been gone. And guys, I went to, for those who don't know, I went to the Pigeon Forge Museum. There goes the first funnel. In February of last year, I went to the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and there's they have these angles, like a very small recreation of the deck with a railing at different degrees throughout the sinking, where, and I see Titanic Honor and Glory is going live right now, so we're almost done here. I'm going to shut it off as soon as the sinking's done, so we can get to them. Well, they may not be going live right now. Let me see. It might have been just a notification. I know, watch live now. Okay, so we're almost done here. But there was different levels where you could watch, or you could climb or you could climb or try to walk on the deck to see what it would have been like when you get to this late point in the sinking. Sounds like the second funnel is about to go. And there was a 45-degree list at around 2:10 in the morning, and they simulate that. And the only way for me to get up the deck was to climb or hold on to the railings. And I'm not climbing it like a ladder, but I'm using the railings to pull me up, because that's how steep the list was, the bow going under. If you're trying to like run up the decks to get to the stern. See, I feel like it's kind of slowing down right here. What's going under right here? Is that the light for the first class or for the grand staircase? Yes, it is. So the grand staircase is about to go under. Yeah, THG is live now. As soon as this is finished, I'm going to shut this down so we... for all of us who are planning to watch THG, we can migrate over to them. I didn't realize they were starting this early. I thought they were starting like in another 30 minutes. So, yeah, as soon as this animation's over, guys, I'm going to shut it down. And I'm going to put them on my TV. Okay, there goes the second funnel. And I don't think THG is starting their animation right away. Okay, look at that. She's going real fast now. Look at the stern going up into the air. Lights go out. We're going to see the breakup any minute. There it is. This animation might need another 5-10 minutes. It's not going to be that long, Milan. It's going to go down fast. Milan, oh, never mind. Mark, starting soon, it says. Okay, so they're not fully live yet. Really, I think they should extend this to at least an hour, because they could fit a whole lot more detail in if they were to extend this to an hour. Yeah, so they don't have their syncing fully right here, but it's decent for the most part. They never did even out the list as they should have. In some animations, I've seen the stern kind of roll over a bit. I'm not sure if this is more accurate or that one. But I mean, the breakup looked right for the most part. We're going to make it, Rose. All right, guys, there she goes. And she's gone. And all that remains are the boats. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap this up. I'm going to give everybody time to do whatever you need to do before you start watching either THG or Tom Linsky's stream. Thanks, everyone, for coming to this little impromptu live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And Friday, we'll be back with our regular live stream with the regular format. So until then, I'll see you guys on whatever. Well, I'll be on THG tonight, like I said, and I intend to watch Tom Linsky's. I will watch the replay of Tom's stream throughout the coming week. So if you're heading over to THG, I will be there. I also set up a private channel in the Discord for those of us who plan to watch it. You can chat with us there. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, everyone. And until the meantime, you know the drill. Drive safely.